Hey Bougie, how you doing? It's Terry from Hey Bougie Lifestyle. How are you? Before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. You know I like hanging out with you guys, and I always have something to share. And today, I want to share an apple pie. So I have my apples here. They are mixed up. I have some cinnamon, some nutmeg, sugar. I have my crust here ready to go. I'm going to bake it in a small like casserole type dish, look could say. I can't find my pie dish, so look could say if you're watching, I need a pie dish. Anyway, so I have them in here, and I'm going to put them in this pot and cook them a little bit because I do cook my apples when I'm making an apple pie. I cook them first because I don't like them too firm. I like them, to soften up a bit. So, melting up some butter in this pot. I'm going to put my apples in there. I'm going to add in some cornstarch and let them simmer down. And then we're going to get into putting the pie in the dish and baking it. And, I'm just hoping that, it comes out tasty because these apples are so sweet. I mean, I'm cutting up the apples, cutting up the apples, and I'm like tasting the core, tasting. I'm like, okay, you gotta stop. How many of you do that? Taste as you go. Anyway, so I'm gonna put them in this pot here, and then I'm gonna add in some cornstarch so that the juices that come from the apples, it'll thicken up the juice so they won't be, so the juice won't be too runny. And then I'm going to put it in my pie plate. So, and I mean, you can use a skillet. I usually use a deeper pot. It's just the way I've done it. I mean, but you can use a skillet. And I'm using the pre-made pie crust because you know me. I like it quick and easy. So anyway, I'm going to get this together, and 1 second. Way. This is good. It is absolutely freezing today. It's been raining and it's been so cold. So I'm going to add my apples and I'm going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch. So I'm going to let them cook down in this pot. Then I'm going to let them cool for maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'm going to put them in the crust. So hold on, I'll be back. Okay, so I have my apples here. I'll let them cool a little. They're ready to go into my dish. My oven is preheating. By the way, I'm using gala apples. Gala. Those are the apples I'm using. I'm just going to pour my apples in here. And they cook down. The apples were kind of small, So, you know, I kind of, you know, wish that they were a little bit larger. Because usually it only takes, you know, if you had a good size, you have a good size apple, it only takes like, you know, maybe the most 5 apples. But these, it took more because they were tiny. Anyway, so I'm going to add my crust, which is like sticking. And I'm not going to do the lattice. I'm just going to roll it out on the top. And the thing about us and my family, we like a lot of crust. So, you know, I wish the apples were, there was more apple in here. But we're going to do what we got, right? Let me bring you down. As you can see, that's my oven. Telling me it is preheated at 350. I'm just going to pinch this around the sides. It's not going to be so pretty. But listen, I would watch my mom bake growing up. She didn't measure anything. I guess that's where I got it from. I mean, nothing. She was just like, throw it in there, throw it in there. So I'm going to, you know, put some ventilation. A little ventilation, you know. A hole right there in the center. So that the steam kind of escape. Because I'm not doing lattice. And this is a mini deep dish. Okay, I'm going to add some egg wash. That gives it a pretty color. This is just like an egg and a tablespoon of milk. Just a little to give it that pretty little sheen. Not much. I'm going to add some sugar and cinnamon on the top. I could have did this a better way. So this is just like a quick and easy little deep dish, mini deep dish. Pie. So I'm going to push this crust down a little bit on the sides. I'm gonna put it in my oven for like 45 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. I don't think that it'll take that long because, you know, it won't take long. The apples are already done. I'm gonna put it in my oven and I'll come back. Okay, so our pie is done. It's done. Our mini deep dish apple pie. So I'm gonna give it a cut and it's cooled off, and we'll see what it tastes like. I'm just gonna kind of small piece out. Okay, so I must say, le creuset, it is, came out nice and clean there. So here we go. And I'm just gonna put some Cool Whip in. I just want to taste the pie and see what the pie tastes like. So let's give it a little taste. That's good pie. It's yummy. It is so good. And when I put some Cool Whip on it or some vanilla ice cream, oh my goodness. Anyway, so this is just a quick and easy mini deep dish pie because I didn't have my pie pan. So I was able to make it in this little casserole from Le Creuset. I really like this pan. You see that there's no sticking. It's like the slice came out pretty good. So anyway, the pie is delicious. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night and stay bougie.